Love, peace, and salutations. My name is Michael J. Turner, the SouthWst Shaman, the Earl of Arizona. You are now shining with the Arizona sun. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being here, which is wherever you're at. Coming with love from Arizona. This is StereoPHiX 888, channel about personal development, growth on YouTube, how I'm changing my life from low vibe to high vibe. I'm out here in Tucson. This is my little video documentary of the process of me learning to deal with my family triggers. I got a collection of short videos as a playlist on my YouTube channel. So this is me checking in, early morning shit, trying to get going. Last night, the homie came through and picked me up, man. He picked me up right after I was triggered. Right after I was triggered, yo. I was pissed too. I was so pissed. I was willing to throw away and cancel everything I was doing. I was willing to cancel everything I was doing. And what happened was, I was basically asleep, and my mom woke me up, asking me a million questions. But that wasn't what triggered me. That slightly triggered me. But then what triggered me was the fact that she wouldn't hear me. I'm like so confused and so like irritated that whatever I said didn't come out right, and everything I said, I wasn't quoting what she said exactly right. The whole point of what I was trying to make was like, you're asking me all these questions that I don't even have the answer to. So calm down. And then she's basically telling me to calm down. But I never said calm down. But she said something about my tone. Well, I just woke up. He just woke me up. Alright. But then the problem was I was basically begging her to just hear me out. And I couldn't quite get it out right, I guess. So, like, basically, what happened was I stormed out of the room because my homie was here at the hotel, and yeah, I was just like, I'm not even gonna go with him anyway. She knows me. The thing is, does she know herself? Because the blame game starts getting played immediately. And the blame game gets played, and then I'm fine taking responsibility for my role. I already know I was acting a fool. The thing was alright, ladies, because my mom is nothing but another woman. She happens to be my mother. So what I mean by that is she is not exclusive from some of the quirks that come with womanhood, which may be, for some, never backing down from an argument, never admitting until a later date maybe that you were anything other than the victim and the one that needs to be heard in the conversation. As guys, we always have to just tuck it down, tuck it down, tuck it down, tuck it down, get down. As guys, we gotta like deal with it. That's our power, right? Y'all's power is to express yourself vocally. Our power is to deal with it, right? Is that how it works? Actually, our power is to take action, which is why I did what I did. But see, I didn't take action against her, but vocally it came out wrong. Because that's your guys' superpower. See how immediately she was like quoting, she was concerned about me repeating to her, back to her, exactly what she said that irritated me, and like precisely giving her exact, when it's like, if you would just stop for a second and see me. Because clearly there was something, right? That's the whole thing. And it takes two, you guys. It takes two people to argue. It takes two people to argue. It takes two people to have that exchange. I can piss myself off by myself, 100%. No question about that. No doubt about that. But see, what's absolutely true is if we're going back and forth and we're exchanging words and it doesn't stop, no one sees. That's both of us. Don't even try. Because if you feel the need to defend your position as much as I do, we're arguing. That's all it is. If no one's above the conversation, and me being just woken up from a sleep and being highly irritated by the fact that you're asking me a bunch of questions that I don't have the answer to pertaining to my homie that just showed up, I'm like, I get it. She was excited. Whatever. That's the thing, but I couldn't figure that out in the moment. You guys, women, you put the pressure on us in the moment. Like, this is where I've come to, though. This is what I'm trying to tell you guys, man. This is like the place I've come to with the level of my maturity, with my interaction with my mother, is that she's a woman. So this is what, and I'm a man. This is our interaction. The other stuff is there, will always be family. But when it boils down to it, it's still that thing where it's like, yeah, y'all be awesome. But I have to understand that so I can be above it. Now, another short installment in my series of short documentarial videos of my Tucson journey with my mom to see my homie here in Tucson. And it was shortly after we left that I realized that the purpose behind me coming on this trip was so I could learn to deal with this stuff. And I'll tell you why. Because when I wanted to go, when we were trying to bounce, right? When we were getting ready to bounce, I had it lined up. Like, I was supposed to pick up some psilocybin before we left. And the reason I was trying to do that was because I have a higher threshold for coping, and my emotional intelligence is much higher when I'm on that. I'm not saying I'll need it forever, but shit, I'm coming through a phase of having zero emotional intelligence and a very low threshold, essentially like an inferiority complex where it's like, like because of the opiates. And I still take Suboxone, so that's like a factor, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't gonna front. I had a drink too. I had one beer with my mom, and I was cool. That's why I passed out. That's why I fell asleep. And I smoke trees. As you can see, I smoke trees. Cannabis. So I passed out for a second because my homie didn't show up till like 8 or 9 or some shit. Weed eating food, whatever. You know how it goes, man. I'm not a kid no more. I don't got that endless, boundless energy to do what I do. Maybe if I was completely clean. That's why I tell you, man, or completely sober, rather. That's what I'll tell you every time. My channel is about abstract personal development. I'm not sober, but I'm clean, though. I'm clean from the substances that were destroying my life. It took me a long time to do it. Like, I would continuously go back. I would run back. So, no matter what, this is big progress for me. This is big progress. Big facts. That's the Arizona sun back there. You know what I'm saying? It's the Arizona sun, man. He always comes out, yo. He always comes out, and I love him. Don't you just love him? Anyway, to my next installment. Hopefully my homie's gonna come check in. We got a breakfast thing going here. Doing it, man. This is like simple things that you gotta understand. For me, I didn't have access to because I would, and you know what, even if I wasn't out smoking trees and shit, cannabis, I'm sorry, even if I wasn't smoking cannabis early in the morning, I would be up early, even though my mom's in there asleep and shit, or trying to, she's got an earache a little bit, I would still be out here because I love getting up early, I'm drinking coffee, whatever, I mean, I love working out, all those things. It's my medicine too. You know what I'm saying? It really helps me. I'm not saying it's for you. By no means is any of this for you. But you can learn from it if you've ever been curious about this side of things, or like this experience. Someone's, you want to know about it? Shit, I'll tell you everything you want to know about the experience, the drug experience, the streets, the fucking homelessness type thing, all that, man. Like, you don't understand it, or maybe you do, but if you don't, if you think you do understand it from just sheerly from a perspective of the outside looking in without having any contact with it, then you probably don't. I mean, if you don't at least know somebody, you probably don't. If you don't have some family, or you weren't born in the hood, man, in the barrio, you know what I'm saying? It's fascinating, though. I know it's fascinating. I know it is. If nothing else, fascinating from the standpoint of how the hell did these people get there like that, or why, or you know what I'm saying? Or maybe you do understand. I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point. So yeah, I better shut this off. I got a few more things to film while I'm here. I gotta film my Course in Miracles, my Stream of Thought affirmation manifestations, because these are exercises that are for me, but I'm putting it out there for you so you know it works, because it's working for me. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see where I'm going with this? This is my own abstract personal development, but check it out. Here's what's deep. I'm designing a thing. I'm designing a whole program behind this, behind what's working for me. Because if you know me, if you knew me, if you really, really knew me, which is impossible from this one video, you would know I was hopeless. But it's not true. In actuality, all those things were happening for me to become what I'm becoming. But here it is. My mom told me yesterday she was really worried, you know. Because it's one thing if your kid gets shot. It's one thing if your kid goes to prison. It's one thing if your kid's strung out on drugs. It's one thing if your kid, you know, ends up with a homeless girlfriend. It's one thing if, and the list goes on. It's one thing if, but no, I was hard-headed. I'm an Aries, the hardest of the hard heads. So it's just, but I had to experience those things, man. I had to do it for me so I could do it for you, so you don't got to, or so you could just learn from what I went through, so I could show you that it's possible to alchemize those things. Because going through those things, whatever those things were, I was still happy. I was still having fun and laughing, I guarantee. And there were moments of downs, of course, but it was how I dealt with the shit. Like, it was it happened for me. Like I said, it happened for me. So, like I said, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at my life. I'm thankful for it, yo. It gave me an understanding of things that not many get, because most don't make it away from all those elements. Any one of those things could have consumed me. And like I said, the list goes on. I ran into a guardrail by myself, alone, bounced off it and ran through another one this last September. Jumped out of the whip, trying to hide paraphernalia and stuff. I ain't gonna say that again either. You hear what I said. Totaled it. Not a scratch. Not a scratch, yo. I'm not bragging or boasting now. I'm telling you this because this is why I'm the SouthWst Shaman. Because I suffered for this. I suffered for this, man. Without knowing. Unconsciously. So I could become conscious. And learn. And then realize what I had done the entire time. And then so I could come and bring it to you. So I could bring it to you. That was it, man. There it is. Shit. I had to get to you, man. I had to get to you this morning, yo. So, until the next thing, alright? Till the next installment.